Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I will be doing my 23 weeks update video and I will be including 21 and 22 weeks update as I haven't been filming any videos the past 2 weeks, and that is because my granddad sadly passed away due to COVID. So that happened the first week, and then obviously it was Christmas the following week, and I just haven't really been feeling myself and really did not want to film, didn't want to do anything, so I didn't, and I just put everything off basically. So I thought I'd get back into it this week and show you guys where I'm at and how I've been the past 2 weeks. So because of my granddad passing away, I haven't really been thinking a lot about the baby, especially in the first 2 weeks, past 2 weeks there, so 21 and 22 weeks. I really kind of disconnected from everything, and I was just feeling really guilty that I was pregnant and my granddad just passed away. And it was just really hard for me, and because I am pregnant, my emotions are skyrocket, like they are 10 times as much as they would be normally. Like I don't really know how I was feeling other than being sad the majority of the time. And the baby was kicking away and letting me know, because I know at my granddad's funeral the baby was sitting kicking me, and I had to do like a reading and stuff, and he was kicking away. So the baby is doing fine, which is great, but I did like kind of disconnect myself from the situation a little. I can't really update you much on me being 21 weeks. Being 22 weeks now, my boyfriend's sister was supposed to go to Turkey. She didn't get going, but we looked after her kitten for a few days, and well, last week, and I became very attached to the kitten. Now I know a lot of people are probably going to comment or text me and stuff. I've had a lot of people text me saying that it's really dangerous for me to be around kittens and cats and stuff because of me being pregnant, and their pee and poo carry these diseases that are not good for unborn babies. And I 100% know all that stuff. I've done my research. I did not take care of any of that. That was my boyfriend, because he was the one that agreed to look after the kitten, and I says, look, we can't really have the kitten because I am pregnant, but he said that he'd already agreed and he can't really go back on his word. So we looked after the kitten and I became really attached to it, and giving that away yesterday, well, giving it back to Calvin's sister, was really hard. I cried a lot because I was so attached to it. But again, I was feeling the baby move pretty much every day, but it wasn't as much as the normal. So like usually I think it's just me not paying attention really to the kicks or anything. So normally whenever you're like walking around and doing things, you won't really feel your baby moving until you're lying down at night time and you feel the baby move. And I think that's what happened with me, is like I was too distracted to realise that the baby was moving until it came to bedtime or something like that. But the baby's doing completely fine. As far as I'm aware, I do have my 25-week appointment, so my midwife will be coming out to my house, or I go into the maternity ward and she checks over to see that the baby's heartbeat is still strong, that he's okay, and that I'm alright as well. She checks that because I had a infection, I have some serious indigestion. Because I had infection when I got pregnant, she has to check me now every time so that she can see that it's out of my system or not, and then get me on antibiotics if it's not out of my system. So that is coming up shortly. I'm currently 23 weeks and 1 day pregnant, and the symptoms that I've been having is just a lot of indigestion, acid reflux, and find it really, I get out of breath really quickly, like even now. But I think that's just like, part of me is like, that's normal for me because I hold my breath a lot. Like when I speak I hold my breath, and when I used to dance, I used to do Irish dancing, and I used to hold my breath throughout the dance because I would be concentrating and making sure that I'm up on my toes and stuff like that there. So I think that that is also part of it. So when I'm distracted I forget that I actually have to breathe. So I do find myself running out of breath a lot more often than usual. So let's see how my baby is doing. I have the Pregnancy Plus app on my phone here. And by the way, no, we have no names for the baby yet. So if you can think of anything, then please leave it down in the comments below if my comments section is on. There is a way of turning it on. I figured that out a few weeks ago. So if it's on, then leave name suggestions down below or message me over on my Instagram. We might, if we don't have a name by March, which is when we plan on doing our baby shower, we are going to do like a little box and put all the names in there. Like people have suggestions, put the names in there, and me and Kevin can go through those and pick from one of those. And I can also take your suggestions and put those into that box as well. So yeah, if you have any names, let me know. My baby at week 23. Your baby's hair is beginning to change to the colour that it will be at birth. Your baby's weight will double in the next 4 weeks. Right now your baby weighs about the same as a lengthy paperback novel. The lungs are developing and preparing for their first breaths. They are also producing a substance called surfactant that helps in keeping the lungs from collapsing or sticking together during exhalation. I can't say that word. I've never been able to say that. Loud noises may startle your baby, causing a sudden jolt in your uterus. Due to your baby's growth, space in your uterus is limited, a situation made worse by multiples. Gladly not having multiple birth, but yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, my ears itchy. I forgot to mention, I have had the worst itch on my belly and my nipples. I've already mentioned that my nipples get really itchy, and obviously my boobs have grew a lot. And that is obviously just because producing milk and stuff like that there for the baby. And I know the itching is due to your uterus growing, so your belly is being stretched. I don't have any stretch marks on my belly as of yet, but I know stretch marks is genetic, and my mum has stretch marks, so I know they are to come, which doesn't bother me really because they just fade anyway. I have a lot of stretch marks on my boobs, which is fine, doesn't really matter, doesn't bother me. Today was the first day that I really looked at myself without any clothes on, and it kind of made me a bit sad that my whole body has changed, and but at the same time I know why my body is changing, and it is for a good thing. I'm growing a little baby, and I need to remind myself that if any of you don't know, that I do struggle with my appearance and my body image. I've struggled with that for a few years, but I am accepting my body as much as I can. I do have my days, and that's just obvious that's going to happen. But yeah, so this morning it was kind of hard for me to just look at myself, because I haven't really properly looked at myself like that in a very long time. So it was hard, but I'm sure I'll be fine. That is everything for now. That is the past 3 weeks and what is happening, where I've been, and I will be back to my weekly vlogs. I will show you my bump update now. My belly feels a lot bigger compared to 20 weeks pregnant, which was my last update. It doesn't feel like it's growing bigger, but you can see the difference. Sometimes I get some twinges on my lower abdomen, and that is just for the uterus growing. But overall, I am happy with how my baby is developing so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I know it's a longer one this time, but stick around for more update videos. I will be doing a postpartum update when I have the baby as well, and I have my weekly videos every Sunday of my updates, and the odd time I will upload a random video. So yeah, please be sure to subscribe, like and comment, and follow me on Instagram, which is all linked down below. And I will see you guys next week for another update.